Hey y'all, I'm Krista and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about date night ideas and not just any date night. Date nights when you are financially challenged, you are robbing Peter to pay Paul, you just don't have the extra money, but yet you and your spouse, you guys still want to make time for each other. You still want to go out and do things together. Well, you don't have to cancel out date night just because you don't have any extra dollars in the bank account right now. It's about using what you have, being creative, and making that connection and finding time to be intentional with each other. So, today I'm going to share 8 different realistic date night ideas that most people will want to do. And the last 3 are my personal favorites, but all of them are good. So, let's hop right into it. So, this first date night idea literally requires no money whatsoever. And you may think it's a little cheesy, but if you actually put in the effort, it can be quite nice for the two of you to do together. And that is taking a walk together. In your neighborhood, if you have like a scenic area or a nice little park in your neighborhood, this is a great opportunity to just kind of like shut your phones off, put them on airplane mode, hold hands or lock arms together, and actually walk together talking about the good old days. You talk about your future, talk about your dreams, your aspirations, not bills, not kids. You don't want to talk about that kind of stuff, but talk about some of the delightful things. Talk about the things that you guys want to do or hoping to do. But it would be nice to take a walk together, just talking, holding hands, locked arm in arms. Or if you want, you can turn on like your music, turn on your Apple Music, your Spotify, put on your favorite jams, a little playlist, and while you guys are walking hand in hand, just have the music playing and maybe even singing together. So that's a good date night option for you, and it doesn't require any money. Now, if you live in a neighborhood that's not too safe to be walking around with, maybe just move right on to the next date night option. All right, date night idea number 2 is when you guys don't have any money and want to still do something nice. This one you can do kind of ahead of time if you want to have a date night that you know you're planning, hey, this weekend or the following weekend we're going to do this. Is when you don't have the funds, you can actually make a point to write each other love letters. And you can do that ahead of time, or you can make it just where you guys are freestyling and doing it the day of, where you guys are sitting together at the table, laying in the bed, and you guys have a designated amount of time. Like, we're going to spend the next 15 minutes writing each other a love letter, or, if you want to do 15 reasons why or 10 reasons why I love you or why I choose you or whatever it is you want to do, but just have that intentionality about doing kind of like of a love letter. Wes and I did this something similar years ago. It was actually for Christmas. We were financially strapped. After we made sure the kids were taken care of, we didn't have any funds to really get each other a gift. So we decided that we would write love letters for each other. And let me just be real, I didn't have high expectations for my husband because this wasn't really his thing, but he ended up writing me the most heartfelt love letter ever. And it really is something that I think about quite often. It's just a way to really express love for each other, and it gets something out of the box. So it's a cool thing to do and an option for date night, something different, not just the typical things that, we all think about doing. Number 3 will require some effort, maybe some money. I know this, I said $0, but if you have a vehicle and there you have gas in your vehicle, then this is something you could do, which is take it like a sunset drive and drive to another area, another part of town that's really nice. Take that drive together. You can actually be listening to your music or just talking with one another. Or if you are early birds, you can get up in the morning time and take a drive so you can watch the sunrise. And maybe they're in your particular city or town. There's like a sunset or sunrise area where there's a good place for you to go, kind of like a lookout point so you can see the sunrise and the sunset. So that's also a great date night idea that really doesn't require much. It just requires you to use what you have, which is a vehicle and some gas in your car. Number 4 is pull out some old photos. Be careful about the photos that you pick. You want to be strategic because you don't want to pull out any photos that are going to trigger some bad memories. You want to pull out the ones that'll make you smile, make you guys want to reminisce together, talk about the times, talk about the dreams that you may have had at that time and how they changed and how life has changed and evolved over time. And we are in this society now where everything's kind of like in our phones and on our iPads and things like that. So you can definitely make sure that, I say, get those photos printed out, whether you're sending them to, I think it's Shutterfly or Walgreens or CVS or Walmart to have those printed out. It's very good to still get the actual photos themselves, print those out, and put them in a photo album. I mean, how many of us can remember going to our grandparents' house or our great grandparents' house and seeing the old school photo albums and always being intrigued, even though most of the time it was the same old photos, but going through them and stuff like that? Have those nostalgic moments with just you and your spouse on date night. Date night number 5, that idea will require you to do a little bit of research, which is just checking out what your city offers for free nights. A lot of cities and towns will offer certain nights of the week or one weekend out of the month where a lot of the museums in town are actually free entry for you. And that's an opportunity. You will need some transportation, whether it's public transportation or a vehicle with some gas to get there. But once you're there, that's an opportunity for you guys to go explore, see something new, and have a different experience, especially if going to museums is not your thing, it's something that you guys have ever done before. Go to an art museum. If you're not all into that art, you can be walking around looking, having conversations, dialogue with each other, talking about like, wow, I actually like that painting, or I like that sculpture. That's not something I ever thought that I would really be into. Or you could be the opposite, looking at it and you're like, these people in here paying what for what? Ain't no way I would pay that for that. That looks like something my kid would do or something I could do, and I'm not an artist and all that. But it gives an opportunity for you just to have a good casual conversation and to have a new experience, and especially that way you're not missing out on date night when you don't have the funds to do something maybe you would normally traditionally like doing, like going out to eat or something like that. Date night number 6 is one of my favorite things, and that it really doesn't require any money. You don't even have to leave your house for this one. Is have a picnic at home. You can have a picnic right in your living room. You can make you some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with some chips or whatever you want to make your full favorite meals and have that. Move that coffee table out the way, put a comforter down, and have you a picnic right there in your living room. Or if you have a nice backyard, you can have a picnic right in your backyard. It's about being intentional about making the time and the commitment to do something cool, interesting, new, and obviously inexpensive. So that way you don't have to miss out on date night. And what a great way just to celebrate each other and use the things that you already have in your home. Number 7 date night is going to model homes. So, yes, this one will require transportation, but going and looking at some model homes together. If you in your town, in your city, if they have model homes for you to visit, so maybe it's manufactured homes or it's, single family homes, look at townhomes. Um, hey, all those fellas, you can go look at apartments. They have model homes for you to look at too. But it's about something that's inexpensive or that doesn't cost any money other than transportation. And you can go look at these model homes and dream together. Sit there and walk through them and say, look, aspire what you would like to have. Like, hey, in the next couple of years, I would like for us to have something like this. In 5 years, 10 years, or hey, I like the home that we have, but maybe we can redecorate this, or maybe we can remodel it. Maybe just give you guys some ideas and inspire you to dream a little. So my husband and I have done this several times, just as a date night idea, is going to model homes, and it's fun, it's exciting, it just gives you a different thought process and gets you out of the everyday life that you always have and your traditional date night ideas. And then, even though this isn't necessarily model homes, we just recently did something new for the first time, which is we went to an RV show. And that's something you can also do if you have an RV show that's coming to your town. Look and see. It was free parking, free admission. We went just to be doing something new because we're not in the market of getting an RV. We're not outdoor people, hiking, camping. That ain't us. We're not trying to become one with nature. But it was still a cool idea for us just to go and walk. And we went in and out of all of these RVs, seeing all the various different kinds and the features. The cost of a lot of them were not as expensive as we thought they were. We looked at ideas of like, hey, if something changed in the future, then maybe this could be an option. Or if our parents ever need to live with us and they don't want to actually live with us and still want somewhat of their independence, maybe we can get them an RV that sits in our backyard or our yard or something like that. But it was something that we tried that was new, and we were surprised that we enjoyed it as much as we did. So that's also something that you can do as well. And then number 8 is my absolute favorite idea to do with no money at all because it is super fun, which is have a dance session at your house. What do I mean by have a dance session is right now I mean, there's so much technology. You can put some YouTube on TV, put on one of these videos. There's a lot of trendy dance moves and dance things going on, line dancing. If you want to learn how to dance, do some waltz, some cha-cha, salsa, whatever it is, you can do those as well. And this is especially fun if you are not dancers, then you can maybe even record yourself doing it, trying to follow along with what they're doing on the screen. And it just gives you something a little bit more active. You can laugh at each other, just lighten up instead of having something all of your dates being super deep and heavy. It could just be fun where you get to laugh at each other, get your bodies moving and do all that. So whether it's country line dancing or you guys are trying to get your wobble on, whatever it is, get your Dougie, do it. I mean, there's all kinds of dances that you can do. Or if you don't want to do the fast paced dances and all that, dim the lights, light a couple of candles, put on some music, and slow dance together. That's also something that you can do. So the whole point is that a lot of times when we get financially challenged, we have, more bills than money. We get really, really stressed out. That's also a time where sometimes where you and your spouse can start bickering with each other and everything seems to irritate you, and dating each other and going out on dates just doesn't, it seems like a luxury that neither one of you can afford to have at that point in time. But this whole video was just to give you some ideas of what you can do when you have no money at all. So that way you don't miss out on that connection and still have time and the opportunity to invest in each other, even when times are struggling, because this is just going to be a temporary setback for you guys right now. This financial hardship you're going through, we're not even going to speak that into existence. This is temporary, short term, and then it's on its way out the door. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the various different date night ideas that I shared with you that will give you an opportunity to where you guys can still invest in each other. And if you enjoyed this video today, go ahead, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all soon.